talking. It's a collective message. Okay, I'm just going to jump right in. I pulled a few cards, and this is very, very exciting energy. I know that today is like the 6-6 portal, and I knew I knew it was going to come out that way. I knew there was going to be some kind of portal energy here, and the overall energy in this reading is going to be, we've got the Ace of Diamonds in this deck, which is also the World. And at the bottom, we've got the Seven of Diamonds or Pentacles in this deck, which is also the Star. The imagery here, I can't help. We've got Pentacle energy. This is like a physical portal. I don't know. The imagery here for me is portal, but the overall energy, I'm feeling like you're ending a cycle of very, very, very deep healing, and into this healing journey, it's closing out. It's closing out, and you're like moving into a form of self-mastery. That's all there is to it. And somewhere in this healing journey, you've stumbled upon ancient wisdom. And I feel like it's because you got to the root. I don't know, something here. You've got to the root of a lot of the problems that were truly holding you back. And you've been very devoted and committed to the path. Like I said, you are in this new magician's energy after literally going through this 6-6 portal. And I'll bring up again, we've got the Seven of Pentacles, but also the Star with the Ace of Pentacles. 7 minus 1 is 6. And again, I said this was 6-6 portal energy. It's big energy, but you've been devoted and committed to the path. And like I said, behind that, we've got the Magician. So you're moving into like self-mastery to a point where you are beginning a whole new cycle of manifestation and actually being able to see results. That's how much healing has happened here. It's a closed out cycle. Like you are truly a new person. And then on the ancient wisdom, we've got another 7. So 6s obviously here are very relevant. Like I said, the portal energy, and then 7s are relevant. With the 7s, I'm automatically thinking about like the divine, the divinity. You have got back in touch with your own divinity. And that's exactly why you're moving into the energy of being the Star, being the Magician, being the Sage, because you have this ancient wisdom now. And I bring up also the manifestation with the Magician because we've got movement into balance. And I feel like that's exactly what you're doing. You've figured out how to direct your intentions and your actions in a way that is actually working for your benefit. I mean, I know manifestation is thrown around a lot, and even the portal energy subject, but this is like real. This is very, very real energy. And even this, okay, I chose this deck. I was very drawn to it. And the card that came out is the card they chose to put on that deck. And I'm just, again, portal energy. Your sun and moon are balanced. Like you've literally brought the light to the front. You see your light, you're connected to your divinity, but you've integrated the shadow and you're not rejecting the shadow. I feel like a lot of people feel the need to just be this light being, but it's just not how it is. We're here to integrate the shadow in a way that it serves us. Instead of the shadow hurting others or hurting ourselves, there's a balance. There's a balance, and you found the balance. That's exactly movement into balance. And that's exactly why you're about to be able, like I said, to manifest in a level that I think you never believed up until this moment was even possible. Hey, how are you? And greetings from Russia. I am in America, but nice to have you here. And then even behind that, I feel like you have healed not only the past, but you're living in the present, and that's why you're able to create this beautiful future that's coming in. And behind that, we've got home. You have come home to yourself, which means you've come home to God. That's all there is to it. You are not separate. And behind that, transformation. You've transformed beyond the limits that you felt possible. And then I was talking about the shadow and the light. You have another 8, 88 significant here. It's all master numbers, 22, 44, and then 4, 4, 4, 4. The numerology here is insane. So 77, 66, 22, 44, or 444, and then we've got 88. But burden in reverse. You've dropped a lot of burden that was holding you back. Oh my God, another 2. It's like, oh my God, the numerology here. And this is where we're going into our new beginning. I'm going to leave it there on those cards. But now that you're moving through this portal, and I'm telling you, it did not hit me today with it being 6/6, like June 6th, that it was a portal day. It did not hit me until after I started this, really. And like I said, the very first cards I pulled, 7 and then a 1. Even there, 6. Like I said, you're completing a cycle of a very, very long healing journey. And this has been the journey to self-mastery. And that's exactly why you're moving into this mode of manifestation and this new beginning. And it's time to show the world who you are. If you're gifted in whatever way that is, it's time to show it. It's time to accept it. Like I said, it's transformation. You've already done this. It's time to move through this portal energy and take back your full power. I want to pull a couple from this Work Your Light deck and see what comes out. I was feeling this deck as well with the portal energy. So we'll see what comes out. Nice to have you here from Australia. I haven't really interacted with anybody outside of the States, really. Not yet, until now. Let's see, though, what comes out. What needs to come out, Spirit? This cycle, this long, it's not, I don't even feel like this is cycles. I feel like you're simultaneous. Yeah, the imagery here. This is like you're closing out multiple cycles at once. That's why this is such big energy, such big portal energy. And like I said, today, it's 6/6 portal. And like I said, all the numbers that are coming out are master numbers. We've got 66, 77, 444, 44, 22, 222, 888, or 88, I'm sorry. You've been devoted and committed to this path. We have 2 coming out. Okay, exactly. You have been initiated. The initiation. This is the portal. I knew it was going to come out. I knew. That's why I had to have this deck. And what did I say? It's time to share your gifts. Share your voice. Come out of the cave. You're coming out of the cave, and you just ended this initiation. And that's why it's been multiple cycles. Truly, you are walking through this portal. This is happening. And look, this is like you waiting to share your voice. You're right at the edge of walking through this portal. The imagery is speaking here beyond. And the numerology, like, this is for a very gifted and protected individual. Protection, call back your power, cut the cords. Soul retrieval, you have retrieved your soul. You got to the root of all the things that needed to be healed. And you remembered your divinity. You remembered that the spark that lies within you is the same spark that connects you to God, to Source, to the all, to all there is, ever was, and will be. But you are protected and have been protected along this path. And Spirit is wanting that to come through. You are not alone on all of these traumatic and abusive, I'm just so much negative, draining energy of manipulators and liars. And these were the people closest to you. Nobody ever thought you were going to make it this far, but damn it, you did. You did, or you wouldn't still be here. Because you went through hell and back to get to this point that you could even see this portal at all. You called back your power, and you're protected as you continue this path. What's coming in with this walking through the portal energy? Where is it taking us? I know this has been a journey of self-mastery. This is ending out more than one cycle all at once. I feel like it's almost, I'm seeing like stairs. And I'm talking about like stairs to hell, like a stairway to heaven. Like that's how many lessons you had to learn. Like each step, it's been such a long journey. What else, Spirit? What needs to be known? This initiation. Tell me more. I don't know. I feel like I might need to switch decks. Yeah. All right. I'm going to pull some regular tarot. I know I probably don't need the energy drink, but yes, it has been. Yeah. I was just talking about all these people that have hurt you. And it's like, I'm getting this two ways. I'm getting it like the people that have hurt you, that in another seven. So now we got 7777. Okay. But I feel like this is you and other people. I'm getting the negative energy from this. As far as, like I said, you have been done the worst possible ways. No one expected you to come back, like I said, let alone be at this point. But I also feel like this is you getting your shit and just getting out. Like you know your worth, and you know your worth. You know you should be celebrated. Another 4. So now we've got 44 and then 4. I love the numerology with me and the cards and the imagery. Like I said, you have just been through, well, for anybody new, like I said, this is this portal energy, and then even 7 minus the ace, we got a 6. You're ending many cycles of healing. This is led up to this portal energy. The world is yours. The world is yours, but this is all about the 6-6 portal. You have been initiated. You're walking out of the cave towards the portal. And like I said, it's time to unveil your gifts. It's time to share. Share your frequency. Share your song. Share your voice. And I feel like, okay, I didn't even notice this a while ago. Persecution. This is why I kept saying you're healing different cycles. This is a past life wounding. For some of you, this is just past trauma, but for someone in particular, I'm picking up on literal persecution from a past life that has held you back up until this moment. And that's why this portal is so significant. But with it being the 6-6 portal, I'm getting it's all about being harmony, restored, and like within your relationships. And mainly for me on this reading, the relationship to yourself. Um, but also, with that, like I said, you are just waiting to go through the portal, but you've been persecuted. So this is almost like you're kind of afraid because your body feels unsafe and you're probably having more intrusive thoughts right now, even trying to hold you back. Like stuff from the past is truly boiling up to the surface because you were so persecuted. And okay, I didn't even pay attention. You may feel very connected to Egypt. That may not be for everybody, but either way, you've been through it. You were persecuted. You were told to keep your mouth shut, and that's what you've done until now. And all of the blue in these cards, all the water, this is like all emotional balance, of course. But I'm picking up throat chakra, and like I said, you're meant to use your voice. Some of you, it's going to unveil your gifts. It's something about your voice. It's something about how powerful your throat chakra is. That's why this portal is leading, like I said, to you being able to manifest. And like I said, movement into balance. That's exactly the way to manifest. You have to learn to move with life. Go with the flow. Go with the flow of life. Don't have resistance. Resistance is exactly what holds you back from your manifestations. As my daddy always said, when you quit trying, that's when it happens. And I'll give you an example. I tried to have a baby for like 8 years. And as soon as I gave up, when me and my husband gave up and were at peace with it, I finally had my son. And my daddy actually died when I was 7 months pregnant. And I'll never forget that. I'm telling you, that man, he didn't open up, but he knew some shit, and I got it from him. I know that. And he didn't understand it. I'm telling you. And part of me feels like I'm getting to live out what he wasn't able to because he couldn't share his voice either. And that's part of this message. Thank you very much. I appreciate y'all being here for me. I really do. I really, really do, because I am trying to help people in so many ways. But my number one thing is helping people take back their power. That's the number one thing, because as soon as you truly do that, life doesn't just get magically better. It doesn't. But slowly and surely, being devoted and committed, you start to see not only yourself and the way you react and act and even come across to everyone, it starts changing everything around you. And that is why I know that manifestation is real. I wouldn't be sitting here talking about it. Okay, I lived years of people thinking I'm crazy, and for a long time I did too. But I finally had to accept myself, and I feel like y'all need to hear this. I've been through it in any way you can think of, but I know it was a part of my journey to self mastery, just like I'm discussing with you now. I'm not a master by no means, but I'm getting there. And I intend to help as many people as possible and bring as many people with me to this this new age we're moving into, this new world. The world isn't ending, it's just beginning. And we need as many people as possible in this world to take back their power and understand that God is not separate. And I'm not hating on any religion or Christianity. I'm a true believer, and people believe what you want. Everybody needs to have their truth and speak it. If that's theirs, that's great. If that's what works for them. But at the end of the day, for me, I kept going back and forth between religion and spirituality. And I just kept coming back to the same conclusion. Everybody makes mistakes. And I'm sorry, but just because you even killed somebody, doesn't mean you're going to hell. I know people can change because I was a terrible person. I've made so many mistakes that I thought I was one. But I'm here to tell you, people can change. It's easy to hear, and you hear it all the time, that people can't change, but that's not true. It's not. Someone needs to hear this, or it would not be coming out of my mouth. Spirit is pushing me. He is pushing me. And I feel like this is it. You need this push to go through this portal. It's time. And my whole body's lighting up. It's time, y'all. It's time to step through this portal. It's time to believe in yourself and connect to your divinity more than ever. All right, I'm going to pull some tarot. At the bottom, we've got the Hanged Man. I feel like something about walking through this portal is going to be able to put you on a pause. And I don't mean in a bad way. I feel like this is more of a moment to pause and reflect on everything you have just completed. Like I said, this is a closed out cycle. And this is also the Ace of Pentacles in this deck. This is a whole physical new beginning. This is a new beginning to your physical reality. Because you have ended the cycle of healing, like I said, the past. We're living in the present. And that is why now you have more control over your future. You are the King of Wands. You are the Magician. That's what I love about this deck. A lot of the cards are two, you know, two ways. Like I said, this is the Ace. The World card is also the Ace of Diamonds or Pentacles. The Star card is the Seven of Pentacles. And I want to bring that up. Seven of Pentacles, you're waiting. So I'm saying you're on the edge. You've been through the initiation. You were in the cave, and that's how you became the sage. But that's where this portal opened up. You saw it. You walked towards the light because you've seen the light within. But now the Seven of Pentacles in the tarot deck, that is waiting on the seeds that have been sown to come in. And that's, I'm telling you, Spirit's leading big time right now. You're waiting to go through this portal. And it's been waiting on you for a long time, while you were in the cave. But I'm feeling you've been going so much that you haven't even been able to see how much you've done to get to where you are. And I'm getting that God is wanting you to reflect, and not only reflect on what you've done, but celebrate what you've done, because you haven't taken the time to truly understand what is happening. It's like something in your body knows, and even in your emotions, but it's like your mind is catching up to the understanding of what is actually happening. And that's probably why you're feeling the hesitation, the waiting to move through the portal. And that's the pause I'm talking about. But it's time to come out of the pause. I feel like also after you come through this portal, it's going to give you time to reflect. But at the same time, it's time to take action, because there's enlightenment. There's even more ancient wisdom on the other side of this portal. And then 66 and 6 portal, 12, right? 6 and 6, 12. That boils down to a 3. This is all about mind, body, and spirit becoming reconnected. Like I said, you know your divinity more than ever. And if once you go through the portal, there's no going back. This morning. Yeah. Set another 7. I'm telling you, that's like 4 sevens now. And 7 for me is divinity. This is all about getting your power back, taking back your divinity. But you can put your guard down now. You're not going to keep having to go, like I was talking about. You're not going to keep having to defend yourself because you're not going to feel the need to anymore because you know who you are. You know who you are, and you're very stable emotionally is what I'm getting with this. And you're looking at things more from an angelic perspective, a higher perspective with these wings. And you're protected, right? We had protection come out in the other deck. You're very protected with this armor, but it's not because you feel like you have to protect yourself anymore. You know God has your back. That's what I'm getting intuitively. I do feel like I feel like there's an offer coming in with this, but that's intuitively what I'm getting on this. And I love you, Jen. I love you all. I'm sorry, I really need to get a mic. I know I do. And then I start talking loud and then I go back quiet. It's the energy with it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But I do. I got to get a mic. Because my voice, it does. With the energy, it's like, I've been like that since a kid, but I finally understand it. Yeah. Okay. I said I feel like there's offers coming in. There's going to be so many offers coming in that you're not going to know what to do with it. But this is what you're manifesting. This is exactly what you're manifesting. And I feel like you're manifesting more than just physical things. It's emotional balance. Like I said, emotional balance. And not just with yourself, but with others. I feel like this is other opportunities coming in of feeling safe in your body. This is just multiple things for you coming in. Okay? And I do feel like this is a physical offer as well. But there's just so many good things coming in for you. And I do believe part of this is more ancient wisdom. And like I said, on the other side of this portal is more enlightenment with that hanged man. You embody all of the kings. Like I said, this is all about mastery. We've got multiple 2s, multiple 3s, multiple 4s, multiple 6s, and multiple 7s all over it. And then, like I said, we have 88. And then, I don't know, like I said, you just movement into balance. You know how to manifest now. You are going with the flow. There's no resistance. And like I said, you know your divinity. And when you own that kind of power, some people might think it's a little delusional, but that is truly, you have to have blind faith. Blind faith can come across as delusional until everybody sees the results. That's it. That's it. And I don't know. Again, we're closing out a cycle here. You're seeing through the illusion of not having power. Yeah, and this angelic, you're alchemizing the past, the pain, the persecution. You're alchemizing from the illusion. I know that doesn't make sense, but give me a second. Again, sun and moon here. You're closing out a cycle of being unbalanced. Like I said, this is all about owning your power, finding balance. And you were in the illusion so long. It's kind of like when I was talking about myself earlier and kind of what I've been through and different things. And I've had to learn from not only what others did to me, but what I've done to myself. And from this, that's what I'm getting. You're learning from the illusion that you were in. And that's why you came out of the illusion. And not only that, you've brought back ancient wisdom. And that's exactly why you're alchemizing. And you're the magician. And behind that, it's the Jack of Spades, but it would be like the Knight of Swords in this. And in the regular tarot deck, either way, she's got her sword. She knows when to use it, but she is not like ready to just, she's balanced. She knows she's got what she needs, but she isn't in like this defensive, resistant place. And that goes back to, if you're resistant to the flow of life, you can't manifest. You're understanding the illusion of not being able to create. I'm very into like metaphysics and the science behind spirituality, but I'm still learning things at a point I'm not yet comfortable kind of connecting the dots yet, especially speaking. But again, I believe in manifestation. I've seen it happen. I know. But like I said, I also believe in the science behind it. That's one thing I love about the time we're living in, that science is catching up to spirit. Thank y'all. Thank y'all for being here, because it truly makes it even more enjoyable to do what I'm doing. I love doing it anyway, but it's 3:33 my time. 3 3s. I'm telling you, this is all about the fact that you have connected mind, body, spirit to the point that you are so connected to your higher self. You know you're not separate from God. This is so damn beautiful. Oh my God. I was talking about having your sword, but knowing when to use it. And see how she's calling things into her. She's not getting up. She's just sitting there because she knows. She knows how to use her sword. She knows how to use her voice. She can speak life. She can speak life into existence. And there's something I'm connecting here. Again, I was talking about throat chakra. You have a powerful throat chakra. That's why the emperor came out. You embody all the kings. You embody all the queens. But this, I'm telling you, all the blue, this is about using your throat chakra. Share your voice. You're learning how to speak up for yourself. But at the same time, I feel like there's a balance. You know you don't have to explain yourself. You're not defensive because you're paying attention to where your energy and your intentions and your actions and reactions are going. So you're not being triggered the same. I hope y'all are following me. My brain works faster sometimes than I can, I don't know. Yeah. But my brain definitely has always worked in pattern recognition. And it all started for me with numerology. Well, it didn't start there, but that's when like my spiritual journey really took off. But I mean, I feel like I'm 30 now, and my whole life's been my spiritual journey. I've been connected since a kid, but I'm gonna tell you, from 19 to now, oh my God, my whole childhood. But I mean, I've learned, I've grown. You've restored balance and you're about to walk through this portal. Another 2-2. I'm telling you, this is about self mastery. If you're not already in this is what you're moving into. And I feel like there's been so much balance restored, not just to yourself, but to others. Like I said, the 6-6 portal. 6 is all about like harmony and balance and nurturing energy. Jen bringing up to me earlier, talking about the 6 is the mothering and the nurturing. I was mainly thinking about the relationship dynamic to the 6 and the relationship to self. That's what this portal is all about. There's being harmony restored, like in your relationship to self, most importantly, as far as like owning your power. And again, you're going through this portal. It's time to unveil your gifts. It's time to use your voice. Speak up, right? Balance. You're not, like I said earlier, go, 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 go. You're not juggling all these things in your head anymore. You're not juggling all of these people at once trying to please everybody. You're doing you, and you're doing the best you can, and you know that's all you can do, especially when you're following your soul's call. You're following your higher self. You're following God. But you're about to walk through this portal. Like I said, another 2-2. I love the numerology, God. And there's so many 7s. So many. Like I said, divinity, divinity, divinity. Okay, we have 3 that came out. The Chariot first. There's so much movement here. And again, the duality. You understand the duality of life because you have lived the lowest of lows and somehow alchemized it into the highest of highs. You are, like I said, you're moving into this master manifester mode. This is self mastery at its best. You're alchemizing. And spirit, your spirit team, your angels, they have been guiding you this entire time, and they want that to be known. And then we've got this another 6. This 6-6 portal. You have been guided straight to this portal, whether you realized it or not. And that's spirit gave you this mental breakthrough. This mental breakthrough, and you're realizing it's time. It's time. You went through the initiation. You came out of the cave slowly. You learned the lessons step by step. You went through the storms. We know that. Now it's time to stop waiting. Just step out into the water. Go with the flow of life. Because look at all of these stars, this light. You are the star. I wish I could say you are the star. You are the world. You know that all that is, all that will be, God. You are not separate. And the world's in your hands now. You know that. But it's time. It's time to share your voice. It's time to walk through this portal. Yeah, and I want to bring this up. I was bringing up manifestation. The energy here, okay, this is literally like pre-manifestation, okay? You see these water droplets? They haven't yet made it to the other side of this physical object. The emotion and the intention is still pouring down. The eggs haven't hatched. But you see here, you're moving like it's going to be like night and day. You're moving into this area of, like I said, it's going to be a whole different world by comparison. But all of these emotions and intentions and energy that you've been directing correctly by learning movement into balance, it's starting to trickle down into the physical. You're closing out these cycles. Like I said, you have transformed 22, another master number. You have transformed the past, present, and future. 4, you have came home to yourself. 44, 444. And burden in reverse. 10. You ended the cycle of burden. You set yourself free. You stumbled upon this ancient wisdom. You got to the root of what you had to heal. And it was your throat chakra. You had to learn to speak up for yourself. That was this mental breakthrough Spirit has been guiding you to. This portal energy coming through. Like I said, the star and the world coming out together and everything else. This is portal. And then, like I said, we're on the 6-6 portal. I've been seeing like sixes very a lot. Like sixes normally aren't my thing, but the past couple months, I've been seeing them like crazy. And I didn't realize I scheduled this live until earlier on 6-6. And that's, like I said, it tripped me out. But it all makes sense now. It's like, even for me, Spirit guided me to do this live today, whether I saw it or not at the time, but I damn sure see it now. All right, what else, Spirit? And if you're here, I love y'all. Thank you. Like I said, I'm trying to really build a community that understands we're not separate from God. God is not in a church. I mean, there's nothing wrong with going to church. There's not. Like I said, I believe whatever works for you. But the point is we have to stop seeing ourselves separate from God, because we're not. We're not. We are His children. We are His children. We are not separate. Our soul is a spark of Him. We are not separate. And as soon as we realize that, everything changes. You are the magician. You are. And right now, it's 9 people watching, 9 likes. 99. Like I said, 99. You're on the edge of completing out this cycle and moving through this portal. And on the other side lies knowing who you are, knowing you're in control of your life. No one else. It's you and God. That's it. That's all there is to it. Rebirth. You have been reborn in spirit. Like I said, even boiling down the numerology to the 6-6, it's a 12. It goes down to a 3. The Trinity. You are connected to Source, God, like never before. Mind, body, spirit, the Trinity. It all boils down back to the 3. Divinity and owning it. And 13, that boils down to a 4. This rebirth is going to stabilize the new you, the you that is connected to your higher self at all times. Yeah, it went to 11 right after I said 9. Or that's what at least it was showing for me. Like now it's showing 8, but I've got 11 likes now. But yeah, this is, like I said, this is the end of a cycle and a rebirth. This is more of a rebirth. But like I already said, this was the end of a lot of cycles all at once. And I feel like that's why this is such a big portal energy going on. Like this is happening. The tower. The tower has fallen. You've been around a lot of people that have been kind of like comparing themselves to you, and that's been triggering the hell out of them. It's been making them pick fights in a very immature way. Like you say, they're fighting, but they're not soldiers. They're like kids. This is an illusion, literally, as well. And with the 5, you were in an illusion at one point where you thought you were free with the 5, but you weren't. It was comfort. That was the tower that fell. You realized just because something was comfortable doesn't mean that it was right. And that's the illusion. That's the tower that's fallen. I was talking about the illusion earlier with the moon. You're seeing through the illusion. You're getting a peek through the veil. That's what this is. That the portal, you're peeking through the veil. That's what this tower moment's about. You're peeking through the veil. It's going to make it easier for you to finally, I know the initiation was so hard here. Like I said, you're waiting to go all the way. But Spirit's saying it's time. The tower already fell. You've had this mental breakthrough, and now it's coming through in the physical. It's coming through in the physical. And at sixes, I was talking about the motherly, nurturing energy. Again, thank you, Jen. She is nurturing this physical object. She's mothering it. You've been remothering yourself. You've been rewiring your brain. Like I said, this has been a mental breakthrough that is finally breaking through into the physical. And you're about to be not just stable, but you're going to feel held by God like a mother. You know what I mean? Like he's saying, like I said earlier with the hangman, it was almost like you're being put on a pause for a moment once you go through the portal to give yourself the credit you deserve and to reflect on what you actually have just accomplished. But he is going to be holding you through this next path, this next where you're going. Where you're going. Something told me to look at this. Lemuria, somebody may be very connected to that. Creating heaven on earth. That is the point of spirituality. Not to escape the world we're in, but to bring heaven to earth. That is what this portal is leading you to do. You understand your divinity. You understand that God is not separate. You can bring it all here to earth. It's happening. What did I keep saying? It's time. It's time. You are going to be held more than ever. More than ever. I'm going to do a little bit more. The hanged man again. Like I said, you're going to be held more than ever. You're going to be given a moment to pause and rest because you need it. You need it for this new chapter coming in. But like I said, it's going to bring you even more ancient wisdom. This pause that you're being put on. It's much needed rest. Zero. You're at the 0 point. God is saying, like I said, he's holding you. It's okay for you to take a risk. Okay? And you see all this divine light surrounding him. And then even the white sun. That speaks of source energy before it is put into motion. Movement into balance. You're going to be able to walk through this portal after this rest and reflection with like this new childlike fearless energy of taking on the world. Taking on the world. The world is yours. What did I say earlier? You need to celebrate yourself. You need to get back in touch with that childlike wonder. And we've got another 6. There's harmony being restored in your relationships. And these are very close relationships. And I feel like some of you had almost given up on some of these relationships. Some may fall away, and they're supposed to. But I feel like you're going to be surprised at who is going to come back around or be almost like a reconnection with. I feel like also with this, the imagery, God is gifting you something. I'm almost getting like older brother energy here. More like an angel, like your personal guardian angel. you're being gifted something, and it's something that you've been manifesting for a long time. And you are going to be celebrated. God is celebrating you now. You should be celebrating yourself, and you're about to see how much the world is going to celebrate you. Like I said, right here, we've got unveil your gifts. I want to know more about these gifts. I know it has something to do with the throat chakra, though. It's all about sharing your voice, your story, your truth. Not being afraid to say no is something I just picked up. I need a new setup. I've got a computer chair I'm sitting in, and then one in front of me, and what you're not seeing, it fell on the floor, right? It's the Nine of Cups. This is like a wish fulfillment. Like, I never get the genie energy with this card, but I'm like, he's like a genie in a bottle. This is that big brother energy I was picking up on. He's grown up. Look at the imagery here. He's grown up. Oh my God. This is like a guardian angel, and this is a masculine energy. This is a big brother energy, and this is a wish fulfillment. Yeah. I just heard your world's about to be turned upside down, but it's not in a bad way. Okay, yeah. I don't know, like with the imagery on this, your world's about to be turned upside down. I almost get like this is, I don't know, this is like a spiritual energy again, like a spirit guide, but this is like a spirit guide that is, I want to say a jester, but it's not in like a tricky way, not a bad energy. This is somebody that's like, haha, I don't know. It's just like somebody that's very childlike, but also wise at the same time. But either way, it's almost like the world. Like I'm seeing this as like literally it's the physical, right? With the pentacles. This is the world being thrown upside. Like I said, your world's about to be upside down. Like this is almost like the cycle in motion. It's like the 360 of, the complete turnaround isn't quite there yet. But like I said, it's this playful energy. And I mean, it goes back to this. Oh, wow. And another two. This is all about balance and harmony. Yeah, I was speaking about here. The world is about to be turned upside down, the cyclical nature, closing out a cycle. This is like the wish fulfillment is about to come in. The wheel has shifted, the 9 and then now the 10. The wheel is turned in your favor. It's turned in your favor, and it's going to feel like probably the first time in a lifetime. It's like a first in a life. What's the word? It's like a lifetime, once in a lifetime opportunity. That's what it is. The tears are good, though, I hope. The wheel is shifted. The wheel is shifted, Spirit. We're closing out this cycle. We're in manifestation mode. What is being manifested at this time? I think I'm about to change to my one pink oracle deck. Well, one came out. Yeah, this is all about speaking your truth from a balanced place. Like I said, she's calling things into her. She's sitting on her throne. She's very neutral. She's balanced. She has her sword, but she's not. It's more of like a power move. Like, I know my strength. It's not a defensive move. And I don't know, again, it's just one lone bird in the background. I just feel like Spirit's always with you and guiding you. I feel like you could see synchronicities in nature. I know I do, especially with birds, especially. Um, But I don't know. I feel like that could be you. You've been being led by all kinds of synchronicities for a while to just somehow learn the balance of duality in the dark and the light from the past. Like I said, it's alchemization at its best. And that's why you are the magician now. And I asked what we were manifesting. We're manifesting soul tribe. You're manifesting people that understand you. And I feel, oh my God, some of the people in your life may be soul tribe, but right now they're not in the same place as you. They are not as balanced yet. And like I said, you're triggering them. But I'm telling you, Spirit is like saying you're going to be surprised. Some of these people are coming back around. They're going to, there's going to be a level of acceptance in some of your relationships you did not expect. And again, it goes back, like I said, to the 6-6 portal. You have been initiated for this. You were prepared for this moment so that you could restore the balance in some of these relationships and dynamics, whether they needed to be out of your life or whether they were meant to move forward with you. I'm hoping I'm making sense. Yeah, you're in touch with your higher self. And again, the imagery is speaking to me. This lion. You're not afraid of your power anymore. The way she's holding this line, you're not afraid of your power anymore. You know your divinity. You know you are connected to the infinite, the all, the one, God. You're connected to your higher self. And I just feel like this is such prosperous energy. Yeah, this accidentally just came out. Page of Wands. He's admiring his power. And I was talking about that earlier, that God was going to be giving you time once you moved through this portal energy to reflect on all of the things you've done. Admire your power, admire your energy, your frequency, your vibration is special. It needs to be celebrated. I said that earlier. It needs to be admired. But now that you have acknowledged your power, that brings it even more power. The more you acknowledge something and repeatedly acknowledge it, the more real it becomes. Yeah, you're magnetizing. You're magnetizing things to you. You're in manifestor mode. I'm going to use this deck and see if I can get some more about, and I thank all of y'all. I really do. I thank you all from the bottom of my heart. I do. There's so much love. And I know it's going to continue to feel even more loving because I've already connected with so many people that I feel like are part of this soul tribe I want to build. I want to build a place where we can feel safe enough to communicate with each other and build each other up and talk about the low moments, not just tear it. I want to be able to eventually move into, you know, just discussing, one on one. And that's going to happen. It's already happened, but I'm just saying we're building something here together. We are. We all are. And I thank you all for being a part of this. It's not just me. It takes a village. It does sometimes. It really does. That y'all are my village. Harvest. Oh my God. I didn't pull anything. I just shuffled. I asked what was coming in. That's why I wanted this deck. Your harvest is coming in. We know that. Behind that, relax. I'm telling you, God, you are literally going through this portal and it's bringing you a moment where you are actually going to be able to have the resources and the mindset and the safety in your body and your spirit to be able to handle the harvest, because it's going to be a lot to handle. I get it's going to be a lot. It's going to be overwhelming, but in a good way. But also, that's why you need to relax, because you're not expecting what's coming in at all. At all. Sorry, my foot hit that. Okay, tell me more about this harvest spirit. What do they need to know? Don't even say that. Don't. Words are powerful, okay? Words are powerful. So don't call yourself that. Please don't, because you're not an idiot. Oh my God. I was talking about you had to repeat things and do things, over and over again until it becomes habit to be able to kind of manifest. Like, you've got to keep your mind in a certain place at least like 90% of the time, 85, I feel like 85 to 90, to be able to keep your vibration where it needs to be enough, and your stability within like your mind and your thoughts. And it's all about like mind over matter. It's all about like controlling your thoughts. That's what was key for me. And we've got the self, okay? You're seeing yourself clearly, and you're starting to do this boomerang. You're starting to do it enough that it's sticking. You're starting to see yourself clearly. You're starting to see yourself the way God does. And this is like a boomerang. It's karma almost also, I'm getting. You're learning it's self-mastery. And the more you do this, the better you're going to get. You're shooting for the stars. Oh, that was your inner child. Well, you should have been like, LOL. Exactly. It's science. It's science. It's science, but it's love. It's spirit. It's all the same. Everything's connected. Renewal. You've renewed your mind, body, and spirit. Now your sense of self. And okay, which this is not a bad card at all right now. It talks about like enchanting others, and I'm getting like you're looking in the mirror and you're seeing how magical you really are. Your self-image, like I said, sixes, and it being the 6-6 portal, and then the portal energy coming out, your sense of self is being renewed. And you're seeing the magic that lies within. You know you're not separate from source, and that's why, like I said, you're in manifestor mode. You're seeing the magic within, and that's why the magic is about to trickle into the physical. I want to know more about this ancient wisdom. And I don't know, it says unveil your gifts, transform and unveil your gifts. Right here with the shapeshifter card. I feel like a lot of y'all are lone wolves, or have been your whole life. I just said lone wolves, freedom. And then, okay, we're asking about what we're manifesting. We've got poverty in reverse. And I'm getting not just money, but like there's different kinds of wealth, right? It's a state of mind. It's a state of being. It's a state of consciousness. It's a state of knowing yourself. But I do feel like money-wise, things are going to change. I feel like new friendships are being formed. And even, like I said, there's going to be relationships within this where harmony is being restored. And like I said, for some of you, it may really surprise you who those people are. You may have thought it would never change, never happen. But I really am picking up for some of you, there's going to be some reconnections, and it's going to be like this beautiful energy of complete balance, harmony, and understanding. Exactly. We just have to understand who we are and accept it, even for our darkness. And okay, like for example, I'm gonna get a little open. You may smoke a little green, okay? But as long as you don't use it as an escape and you're using it to like higher your consciousness and relax or use it for pain, if you're using it properly, like any other tool, it's okay. It may be a vice to some people. It may seem like a shadow. It may have been a shadow you integrated. But as long as it doesn't stay an escape and you can integrate it safely, you know, that is a version of accepting a part of your shadow, but having control over it. I really hope that that makes sense. But you freed yourself, and it's like now that you're out of this cage, you went through, guess what? This door, this portal, the sky's the limit. Independence. For some of you, the wealth that's coming in, poverty in reverse, it may be freedom. It may be the resources that you've wanted to be free. Some of you may be in a situation where money is holding you back from traveling or even just normal life stuff, but it's going to free you from a lot. It's just going to take a little time, right? The boomerang effect. Doing certain things every day and saying certain things to yourself every day until it all sticks, until it all becomes your new self. Like I said, change is possible. It's all about rewiring your brain. It's all about once you rewire your brain, it starts to go silent in a way where you can finally hear the guidance that is coming in because the noise of all the back and forth stops. And once that silence stops, you know God's voice or spirit's voice or source, whatever you want to call it. You know the guidance instead of the projections, of the insecurities, of the fears, of the trauma. You can start to understand what is what. I hope that makes sense. And again, I just feel like something's coming in miraculously with this at the bottom again. There's magical, miraculous energy all over the other side of walking through this portal. You're going to be inspired. You're going to see magic happen. You're going to see miracles. You just got to believe. I split it with a message. Okay, I was going to say I feel like this is a message from spirit because I was talking about clearing your mind, and it is. But again, an unexpected news, communication, reconciliation. I've been talking about these relationships that you were very, very unsure if they would ever bounce back or if they were done completely. Surprise! Oh my God. This is beautiful. Wow. I want behind that change. This surprise is going to change you. Yeah. This is you being renewed. And I wish I could find the one card with freedom on it. Okay, I don't know. I pulled from the top card. You're not worried about other people's projections anymore. You're not letting rejection or resistance or anything hold you back anymore. You've been rejected enough. There's nothing anybody can do to hurt you like you've already been hurt. Yeah, there's nothing anyone can do to hurt you anymore. Your fortune has changed. The wheel has shifted. My cards are a mess, but the Wheel of Fortune is out here as well. I'm going to leave it here, y'all. Yeah, there's the Freedom card I was saying I wished would come out. Yeah. You're free, y'all. You freed yourself. You found your power. The wheel is shifted. Your fortune is changing. Remember, we had Harvest. We've got the Magician. We had the Emperor. We've had plenty of kings and queens that were all in a great way. We had the Magician come out twice, actually, in 2 different decks. Oh, yeah. The Wheel. You freed yourself. Things are about to change big time. Just remember, just keep up the commitment and keep up the devotion, especially to working on rewiring and reprogramming your mental body and trying to find safety in your own body again. Because once those two things balance out, the connection to spirit is inevitable. So again, the 6-6 portal goes down to a 12, which goes down to a 3, which Trinity, mind, body, spirit. This is self-mastery. This is the journey to self-mastery unfolding. And it's 4:13 on the clock for me. This rebirth is being stabilized into the physical as I speak. I'm leaving it here. I love y'all. God bless. And thank you so, so, so much. Like, so much for being here. Like, so much appreciation. I'm at a loss for words. And I'm good with words normally. Oh, and the synchronicity of my phone, it kills me. My time always ends up matching my battery. It's 4:13, and then my phone's at 43%. And again, the 4 and the 3, you're stabilizing mind, body, spirit so that you can get to the 1. Yeah, and now it's 4:14. Stabilization back to source. Stabilization within source. Whew, I love y'all. I'm going to get out of here. Y'all have a great day, great night, whatever. I love y'all.